Mr. Nugent and I are from Florida. The largest supplier of energy, electricity, specifically in Florida, is a company known to he and I as Florida Power and Light. Mr. Nugent probably does not remember that I ran for the Public Service Commission in the state of Florida to deal with regulatory matters and to address the ongoing concerns. And much of what we talked about at that time, in addition to 2 lawsuits that I had filed in my community, was about coal-fired electric generating plants. Florida Power and Light, being an extremely responsible energy producer, has taken it upon itself to eliminate much of their coal-fired activity. And in spite of all of these regulations and the alleged uncertainty and everything having to do with it, they now are using gas-fired facilities and working on trying to reduce emissions, period, and have no problems. The largest electricity producer in this country is Exelon, which has no power. They come from Mr. Shimkus, the gentleman that just spoke, a territory in Illinois. That's where they are based, and they have no concerns with complying with these regulatory matters. Now, one thing I heard about cement being imported, the reason for that is the low demand. And if my governor and some of these other governors would get off the dime and go about the business, and if this Congress was to go about the business of implementing the infrastructure provisions that are offered in the Jobs Act of the President, then we would use more cement and we wouldn't have to get any from anywhere, as we have not in the past when the economy has that kind of demand. Now, for people who believe in the Republican anti-government, the EPA of the world doctrine found in many of these bills, and I might add we will see more of this according to the majority leader. We are going to demonize EPA, those 17,000 employees. I found it ironic that someone commented ago that they have enough staff in order to be able to do it, while at the same time, every time we look to cut some agency, we're cutting EPA, and many people in the Republican Party have used as their mantra the elimination of the EPA. So I don't know that they could offer any kind of regulation on the Clean Air Act or anything else. But I offer to them these suggestions. If you don't like regulation, don't drive on roads, don't fly, don't go to national parks, don't worry about listeria in cantaloupe and lettuce, don't worry about mercury and chrome and cadmium and other toxins that pollute the air and cause our children to have asthma. Just don't do that. Don't have any regulations. Just go about your business, and we would then find ourselves in mass confusion with people with premature deaths that are unnecessary. We can do this. We can have a conscience and a brain, and we can make money in this country. We've done it in the past. We will do it in the future. I urge my colleagues to vote no on this rule and the underlying bill, and I yield back the balance of my time.